When you thought it couldn't get worse, it has. Now Sony fans, yes, the ponies are talking about tiles and boundaries. And while they do that, everyone is excited for Starfield. Listen.
Starfield!
I love Starfield.
Starfield!
What's up, guys? It's me, Kareem Jovian, and are you going to try out Starfield?
Yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to play it.
I'm excited.
You're excited for Starfield?
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Starfield looks beautiful.
So, are you guys going to try Starfield?
Yeah, it looks really cool. I would definitely try it. I mean, going to different planets, making your own little world, that's cool.
So, what do you guys think of Starfield?
It's really good. Can't wait to play it. Yeah, we can't wait.
Are you going to try Starfield?
Of course.
What do you like most about it?
It's an open world game, which is awesome. It's like super innovative, and just like since it took so long to make, like it has to be like years of hard work. So.
What's your favorite thing about it?
Just like exploring all the worlds and how like creative and cool it looks inside. Yeah.
Are you guys going to try Starfield?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited about it.
Definitely, 100%.
What are you going to do in Starfield?
I'm going to travel to all the planets. I'm going to become like a space princess.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. Kind of like Princess Leia from Star Wars. What about you?
It seems fun. It looks really cool. The graphics look cool. So I'm going to travel to every planet as well.
Even right here in my country, we were so inspired by Starfield. We are building a rocket.
Scientists in Trinidad and Tobago believe they can build a rocket to go to the sun. Scientists in the United States said it is impossible that a rocket cannot go to the sun, it will be melted. The scientists of Trinidad and Tobago said they are not going in the day, they are going in the night.
We are going in the night, guys. So yes, Starfield release is imminent. Just about a week or so for the Game Pass release and a couple of days for the deluxe edition. And because the Sony fans know that Starfield is unlike any game release, because they see the hype surrounding the game, they have gone out on an all-time attack against Starfield. Again, they have brought everything against Starfield. Now they are talking about Starfield has boundaries, meaning that you cannot walk an entire planet. There are limits. And yes, they are talking that these limits are in form of a tile or tiles. So let's see how we could honestly say that these PlayStation fans don't know where their
Brain located.
I want to post my brain still. Yeah, I'm not telling a lie. Me not telling a lie, yeah.
Don't follow me at all. Don't follow Satan, follow God.
I don't know how much more I can take of this, guys. This is Island Gamer with Jay, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's talk about how the sword level for Sony fans, ponies, has reached an all-time high. Let's get it. So after trying everything in the known book to stop the hype, to stop the excitement and the enthusiasm for Starfield, Sony fans has not succeeded. And a matter of fact, I would say that talking about Starfield so much has contributed to the hype level of Starfield. Now we are seeing they have a new argument telling persons that this game is a bad game, this game is not even a game. That's it is saying it's not even a game because, according to them, Todd Howard lied. Apparently, Todd Howard said that you can traverse a planet, and the ponies are saying that that is a lie. The question is, did Todd Howard said verbatim that you are allowed to traverse or explore an entire planet end to end with absolutely no boundaries? Did he say anything close to that? Let's listen carefully and see or listen to see what Todd Howard said in his interview with Lex.
It's available to explore What is that world of stars and planets like?
Well, you mentioned Daggerfall. We go back to some of that. Well, the first when we did it was, how are we going to render a planet, like pull it off for the player? Like, can we? Or do we have to sort of do it where you can't land on all of them, where you're landing in a very controlled, small world space that we, kind of craft, and you would have a very limited set of those. If you go back to tone, like, well, that's probably the wrong tone. And how can we say yes? Like, I want to land on that ice ball. So we started the game right after Fallout 4, so 2016. And the first thing we did was, how can we have a system to generate these planets and make them look, I'll say reasonable, as opposed to, fractally goop.
Well, what's the technical definition of goop? Fractally goop.
Fractally goop. You've probably seen a lot of like simulations, whether they're space things or landscape things, where using fractals and just the landscape does not look real. It just is like highs and lows, and it's muddy. And so we did find a way. We came up with a way, had prototyped of building tiles, like large tiles of landscape, the way we would usually build them. We kind of generate them offline, hand do some things, and end up with these very realistic looking tiles of landscape, and then built a system that wraps those around a planet and blends them all together. And we had pretty successful results with that.
So here we have Todd Howard giving us an insight about the creative process of how his team went about building worlds. So this interview could have been a few months ago, yet he was able to let the gamers know how they would go about traversing, and exploring his worlds that he built. He never intended the worlds to be built, to be explored end to end with no boundaries. Notice what he said again.
Tiles, like large tiles of landscape, the way we would usually build them.
So Todd Howard said he usually builds, his worlds like this. So no doubt that same tile system would have been used in Skyrim and Fallout games. But yet, all the players love that. So what is the issue now with that same concept being put into Starfield? What it shows is that simply shows that some of these fans are very salty that they are not getting Starfield. Todd Howard went on to explain it yet again, how you would be traversing his game.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in.
Got him. So there it is again. Todd Howard talks about how one would be exploring his game. You would be able to explore in an area that you have landed in. So all this talk about boundaries, Ponies, you have to realize that every game has boundaries. Every single game has boundaries. There is no game where you can completely traverse the entire world without any boundaries whatsoever. I mean, some of you guys want to explore an entire planet, and guess what? Some of you guys don't even come outside. You all stay inside right through, so you don't explore in real life what you want to explore in games. Let's be real, man. Look at some of the boundaries all throughout different games. As this little montage is played, I want you to reflect on how silly it is to criticize a game for something that all games have. This is Island Gaming with Jay, and watch these beautiful boundaries in all these different games. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. So why Kratos can't go in there? Why he can't go into that little hut? Is that a boundary? It appears so. It appears that Kratos cannot go, in that little hut. I wonder why there are boundaries in God of War Ragnarok. What about going to that little card there? Is that boundaryless? Let's look at an open world game. This open world game, no doubt that, Aloyd could jump across that canyon and go to the other side. No boundaries. Why is this open world game having boundaries? Do you think it's a conspiracy? You see how silly it is, guys? You see how silly? Look, watch this. Aloy could barely jump onto the other side. Why there are boundaries here? Craziness.